So, my next question is from GuineaPigDan. Do you visit art museums or art exhibits? If you have, what were some pieces of artwork that you've seen that moved you or you found interesting? I gotta tell you, most of the art that I see is on the side of roads. Like when you are driving halfway through the highway that's just west of Salt Lake City, when you're halfway through this stretch where there's 100 miles where there is no gas station, right in the middle of that stretch there is a sculpture that is really weird. It's like somebody's abstract idea of how to make an ice cream cone that had many scoops on it and one fell off and broke. You can probably find it on Google Maps. Just go to Salt Lake City, Utah, and go west through the Salt Flats. And on that highway, there's a whole bunch of signs right before you get to it that say, no gas stations for 100 miles. Fill up now. Point of no return, you know. So, and the fact that that piece of art is just out in the middle of nowhere, and then when you look near that piece of art, people have arranged rocks out there to be little messages in the Salt Flats. What other pieces of art do I like looking at? Besides road signs of religious stupidity. I've studied those a lot. Well, when I was in the Chicago Art Institute Museum, I didn't like seeing Picasso's work or even Van Gogh's work. I really hate the thought that some of that art might be just, people passing someone's name around and just on popularity, someone becoming famous. I really like people being famous on merit, and going from one wing that had a whole bunch of Van Gogh's work to another wing of that museum where they had a lot of Monet's. It was like two different worlds. One where there was a lot more talent. So yeah, Monet was the better painter, in my opinion. So yeah, most of the art that I see is, either hanging in buildings that are meant to be meeting halls or here on YouTube. I don't see many art museums at all. And if it was in a museum that had a lot of abstract art, I would probably get very sick to my stomach because I've seen some really ridiculously priced paintings where I've been meeting with the Occupy group lately at Cafe Corto. There are paintings hanging on the wall from relatively unknown painters, which they're going for like $325, $350, A good quality canvas would run you like $40 or $50 for the size that they've got. A bit of paint would cost you maybe another $40 for a set that would cover one of those canvases. To get your primaries and all that. And the markup on it for such a lack of fucking talent. Really. It just... Ugh. You know what? Tonight I'm going back there, and I will take some video, and I will zoom in on the prices, and I will send this video to Guinea Pig Dan, and let you know like what I'm feeling here, because my 6-year-old niece could paint better than that. You know, there's a trained chimp who does paint better than that. You know, it's mostly just leaves of grass with eyes in them peering at you, but still, it's better than what they're painting. One in particular that will be in this video that I remember off the top of my head is a painting of a tornado. And if you can imagine telling a kindergartner to paint a tornado, what it would look like, you know, like, that's what it is. So, yeah. I'll come back with footage of that. And the prices are just ridiculous. Who would pay that much money to put stuff in their house? You know, hopefully you get the price tag with it so that you can put the price tag underneath it so that you can tell other people that's how much I paid for it because I am such of a dumbass, or because I can arrogantly do it. Because if it didn't come with the price tag, you would figure, you know, why are you hanging that junk in your house? You know? So, yeah. And also, I have a lot of concert tees that have a lot of artwork on them. I have a lot of Cannibal Corpse t-shirts, and I only have one Cannibal Corpse CD because I really like their cover art, but not so much their music. Didn't really... once I heard Fucked with a Knife, I think I heard every song I needed to hear from them. Yeah. And they were better with Chris Barnes anyway.